Gemini. Today, I'm not here to read your tarot cards or tell you a faraway prophecy. I'm here to speak about something that, deep in your heart, you've already felt, but have been trying to ignore. Someone is manipulating your mind, not with harsh actions, but with sweet words and carefully crafted gestures that look like care, yet are designed to make you doubt yourself. Maybe it's someone you once trusted completely, the one you believed was your twin flame. But lately, something in their eyes, in the way they respond, has been making you uneasy, hasn't it? Gemini, you always see both sides of every story, reason and emotion, light and shadow. But because your heart is so gentle, you often forgive. You keep trusting, even when your intuition is screaming that something isn't right. And now, the universe is preparing to reveal that truth, not to hurt you, but to wake you, to help you see clearly who truly stands beside you and who's been hiding behind a mask. If, as you hear these words, your heartbeat quickens, that's not random. It's the universe whispering, trust your first feeling. If you're ready to receive the truth, comment below, I trust my intuition. That will be your declaration to the universe, your way of reclaiming your power. And before we begin this journey, prepare yourself a cup of tea or your favorite coffee. Sit somewhere quiet, because what you're about to hear may forever change the way you see the world and the way you trust others. Part 1. The Hidden Truth. The Wind of Deception. Gemini, someone is manipulating you with their words, and they know exactly how to make you doubt yourself. They don't have to tell outright lies. All it takes is a few small changes, a few harmless-sounding phrases carefully crafted to confuse you, to make you question your own perception and slowly lose trust in what your intuition has been whispering all along. They know you live in your mind curious, intelligent, always seeking logic and fairness. And that's exactly what they use against you. They know that if they plant even a single contradiction, your mind will spiral, analyzing, overthinking, doubting your own truth. Gemini, deception doesn't always come through lies. Sometimes it hides in intentional silence. A person who knows they're wrong but stays quiet, letting you twist yourself into believing you're just being too sensitive. They know you're smart, so they never argue. They just go silent and watch you torture yourself, trying to make sense of what can't be explained. Have you noticed that? There are people who constantly make you question yourself. Every time you express a feeling, they tell you you're too emotional, too dramatic, or reading too much into things. They repeat it enough times until you start to believe that your feelings are the problem. That's not self-awareness. That's emotional manipulation at its finest. And only those who truly observe deeply can recognize it. Gemini, you are a soul of duality, light and shadow, logic and emotion, laughter and tears. When you're balanced, you're brilliant. But when you're pulled off center, you dissolve in your own chaos. The universe knows this, and sometimes it sends a deceiver not to destroy you, but to teach you something sacred. Not every soft-spoken person has good intentions. Not every deep gaze is genuine. You can feel this energy, can't you? That subtle unease that something isn't right. It's that quiet whisper in your gut, persistent, even when you try to dismiss it. Maybe it's when someone says one thing, but their eyes look away. Maybe it's when they forget details a sincere heart would never forget. Or maybe it's when they make you apologize for things that were never your fault. Gemini, this isn't just a story about deception. It's about awareness and power. People can only manipulate you when you forget your own strength. They can only confuse you when you allow them to occupy space in your mind. And they can only make you doubt your intuition when you forget that you were born with two kinds of eyes, one to see the world and one to see the truth within souls. You are being tested. This is the phase where the universe is asking, have you grown enough to see without needing proof? To know without needing explanation? Because the Gemini soul was blessed with a divine gift, the ability to sense truth beneath words. But every gift comes with a price. When you stop trusting that gift, it becomes your heaviest burden. The universe is sending you signals. And you, Gemini, must listen. What's coming next isn't just a revelation, it's the falling of a mask. When that moment arrives, you may feel shocked, angry, even betrayed, realizing that the person you once defended and trusted completely was the very one draining your energy. But remember, the universe never lets a lie live forever. The wind of deception is fading, and your light of discernment is returning. Don't fear the truth, fear living forever in illusion. So if you felt something was off, but couldn't name it, pause now. Take a deep breath. Listen to your soul. Your intuition has never been wrong. You just need to trust it one more time. Let the clarity within you rise, and you'll see everything as clearly as glass. Comment below, I trust my intuition. That is your vow to the universe, your declaration that you are ready to awaken. And don't forget to subscribe, Gemini, because in the next part, we'll peel back the layers of energy where truth begins to take shape, and your soul learns to see through the illusions the world has built around you. Part 2. The dual intuition of Gemini. The signs you've already felt. Gemini, you are the only zodiac sign that lives with two streams of consciousness, flowing side by side, a mind that analyzes and a soul that feels. These two halves coexist within you. One seeks logic, the other seeks truth through emotion. And that duality is your greatest gift, yet also the reason you feel pain more deeply than anyone else. Lately, you've sensed something strange, haven't you? Maybe it's the way someone answers you, colder, shorter, distant. Maybe it's the look in their eyes, a forced smile, or that quiet tension in their energy when they speak. Tiny details, yet somehow they don't sit right. You feel it, but you don't want to believe it, because you don't want to judge unfairly. You want to think there's a reasonable explanation, that maybe it's all just a misunderstanding. So you tell yourself, I'm probably overthinking, or I'm just too sensitive. But your soul never stays silent. Even when your mind tries to rationalize, your heart keeps whispering, no, something's not right. You hear that voice, but you shut it down, afraid of being too emotional, afraid of being wrong. Gemini, the universe is testing you not to hurt you, but to teach you the most sacred lesson. Trust your intuition. You don't need proof to know the truth. You only need that first feeling. That initial spark in your gut is always right, because it comes from your soul, and your soul cannot be deceived. Think back. Remember those times you felt uneasy about someone but ignored it only to end up hurt later? And then you said to yourself, I knew it from the start. That wasn't failure. That was the lesson of learning to respect your own knowing. Your intuition works like an antenna tuned to the frequencies of others. You don't just hear words, you feel what they really mean. You don't just see actions, you perceive the intentions behind them. But when you let logic overpower your instinct, you cut yourself off from that inner signal. And that's when manipulators step in, using your overthinking to make you forget your inner voice. Gemini, you were born under the symbol of the twins. One mirror reflecting the outer world. One reflecting your inner truth. When those mirrors are misaligned, you lose your clarity. But when they unite, you see everything. Who's real, who's false, who loves you, and who only uses you. Right now, the universe is slowly clearing that fog so you can see again. If lately you've felt drained around someone, if every conversation leaves you questioning yourself, if you walk away feeling smaller, quieter, or more confused, that's not random. Your soul is sounding the alarm. You are under the influence of someone who's draining your energy not with control, but with confusion. Pay attention. When you share your dreams, do they truly celebrate you or stay silent? When you're sad, do they listen or just comfort you enough to move on? When you shine, do they smile with you or flinch, unable to handle your light? These are small things, but the universe always speaks through the smallest things. Truth doesn't come from logic, Gemini. Truth comes from your first sensation. That instant, when your heart trembles, you already know. Everything after that is just a story you tell yourself to avoid facing it. Gemini, it's time to trust yourself again. It's time to stop looking for answers outside and return to the wisdom within. Because you've always known. You've always known. If you've ever felt that someone was hiding something but silenced that feeling, write in the comments below, "I knew it." That will be your signal to the universe that you're ready to face the truth. And don't forget to subscribe, because in the next part, we'll go deeper, revealing who's been pulling the strings and how to break free from the invisible, energetic ties that have held you for far too long. Part 3. Betrayal by birth date. The masks around you. Gemini, the universe is sending you a sacred lesson. Not every smile is sincere, and not everyone walking beside you truly wants to see you win. This week, the energy of revelation and unmasking surrounds you. Depending on your birth dates, each group of Geminis will be tested in a unique way. Gemini born May 21-30. Betrayal in work or finances. This group of Geminis has razor-sharp intuition, yet you're often too trusting of others. Professionalism. End of section. Geminis. Or. You tend to judge situations by skill and logic, overlooking the subtle energy behind words. Right now, someone in your professional circle is using information tactics to exploit you. They're not stealing outright, they're borrowing your ideas and reshaping them as their own. They observe your work, memorize what you say, and study your thought process, all while pretending we're a team. But what they're really doing is collecting data to climb the ladder you were destined to ascend first. The universe is testing you. Do you have the courage to defend your own value? Will you stand tall and say, "That was my work," without fearing being labeled arrogant? Remember, Gemini, humility is a virtue, but silence in the face of exploitation is an unnecessary sacrifice. Action to take. If you sense someone is taking credit for your ideas or efforts, comment below, "I see the truth." This affirms to the universe that your eyes are open. And don't forget to subscribe in the next part. You'll learn why your energy intimidates others so much. Gemini born May 31-June 10. Deception in love or close relationships. This group of Geminis leads with the heart more than the mind. You love deeply, care sincerely, and once you trust someone, you open your soul completely. But that same openness makes you a prime source of energy for those who only know how to take, not give. There's someone in your life who says they love you, who seems to care, but they're really feeding off your energy. They need you to feel valuable. They come to you when they crave comfort, understanding, and your radiant light. Yet when you're the one in need, they vanish. Gemini, this isn't a soulmate bond. It's a karmic attachment, a connection designed to teach you how to see the difference between love and emotional dependency. This person isn't evil. They're a mirror, showing you the parts of yourself that still seek love to feel enough. Once you stop looking for validation through others, the universe will send someone who doesn't drain your energy but shines with you. Action to take. If you're in a relationship that makes you feel you must earn love, comment, "I release karmic ties," and hit subscribe to receive the next message where you'll learn why your light both inspires and intimidates those around you. Gemini, born June 11, 20. Betrayal in dreams and projects. This group of Geminis is visionary, creative, and magnetic. You attract collaborators easily. You are the soul of ideas, the one who sees potential where others see limits. But because you're generous with your insights, you sometimes give your directional light to the wrong people. There's someone who once listened closely to your ideas, who said, "Let's build something great together." But in truth, they were only learning from you. They used your vision, your energy, your blueprints, then disappeared once they got what they wanted. Their exit left you stunned and disappointed. But don't let it turn into bitterness. This is a spiritual lesson about redefining partnership. Not everyone deserves to walk beside you toward your success. Gemini, this is the time to protect not just your ideas, but your frequency. Setting boundaries doesn't close you off from the world. It simply closes the doors that imposters once used to steal your light. Action to take. If you've shared a dream with someone and realized they used it for themselves, comment, "I protect my vision," and click subscribe. Because in the next part, you'll discover why your light triggers others' fear, and how to turn that fear into power that commands respect. Gemini, comment your birth group below, because each one is being tested in its own divine way. The universe isn't punishing you. It's teaching you to see through the masks of the world. And remember to subscribe, because in the next chapter, you'll understand why others fear your brilliance, and how you can use that very light to reshape your destiny. Part 4. The cosmic reason why they fear you. Gemini. They don't lie to you because you're naive. They lie because you're too aware. Because you see what they try to hide. Because you read what they don't dare to say. Because you are a mirror one so honest that the moment they stand near you, the mask they've built begins to crack. Have you ever noticed how the energy in a room changes the moment you walk in? People smile awkwardly. Their eyes avoid yours. Their tone stiffens. That's not your imagination, that's your energy. Your light exposes the shadows in others. They fear that. Because when you see, they can no longer control. When you awaken, they can no longer manipulate. Gemini is ruled by intellect, quick, sharp, adaptable. But behind that restless mind lies a profoundly empathic soul. You don't just hear words. You feel the vibration behind them. You don't just see actions. You read the intent. That's why people feel naked around you. Your perception strips away their pretense. And when they fear you, they respond by trying to distract you from your own power. They create noise with words, with doubt, with subtle manipulation, to make you think you're overreacting. But Gemini, you're not overthinking. You're feeling truth. The universe allows betrayal not to break you, but to awaken you, to pull you out of the illusion of people-pleasing. You've spent so long trying to make everyone comfortable, softening your edges, dimming your light, proving you're kind, humble, easy to love. But those who truly deserve you don't need you to shrink. They love you at full brightness. Think about it. How many times have you downplayed your wisdom so others wouldn't feel small? How many times have you pretended not to notice, just to make them feel in control? Every time you shrink, A piece of your light fades. And now, the universe is whispering, enough. Those who are leaving your life aren't losses. They're souls who can no longer survive your upgraded frequency. Your clarity is ascending, and not everyone is strong enough to stay. Don't cling. Don't ask, why did they change? They didn't change, you did. And when a soul glows brighter, those living in shadow feel threatened. The universe is using this betrayal to elevate you to a new level of clarity. Because clarity isn't just understanding others, it's seeing yourself. When you know your worth, you don't need to speak, your energy speaks for you. When you walk in peaceful confidence, you don't need to prove anything, the world adjusts to your vibration. Gemini, here's your divine reminder. Stop trying to please everyone. Let your wisdom and your soul lead. You were not born to blend in. You were born to illuminate. Don't apologize for being different. Your light was never meant to be comfortable, it was meant to guide those lost in the dark. And remember, whenever your energy makes someone uneasy, it's only because your light is growing stronger. True light is rarely welcomed easily, but it's the only thing that transforms the world. Final note. If you know your energy unsettles others, don't fear it. It's just the natural reaction of darkness meeting light. Comment below. I choose clarity. That's your vow to the universe that you choose truth over comfort. And don't forget to subscribe, because the next chapter will be your turning point when you learn how to fully release, break the illusion, and step into the most powerful version of yourself yet. Part 5. Awakening and Liberation. Cutting the illusion and returning to yourself. Gemini, the truth is approaching, and it won't be gentle. It will cut deep, leave you breathless, and force you to face everything you've been avoiding. But trust me, this isn't pain meant to destroy you. It's pain meant to heal you. The universe never takes anything away unless it has already fulfilled its purpose in your story. The people leaving, the relationships collapsing, the dreams falling apart, all of it is part of an energetic purification. It's happening so you can see yourself clearly again, to remember who you were before the pain, before you let others define your worth. You'll realize something profound. True loneliness isn't about having no one beside you. It's about standing in a crowd where no one truly sees you. And you've lived like that for too long, always smiling, keeping peace, listening deeply to others, while no one heard the silent scream of your soul. The truth will make you cry. You'll see people who once promised forever quietly disappear. Those who called you their soulmate will turn away when you need them most. You'll feel empty, wondering, why is everything falling apart at once? But understand this. The universe is restructuring your life. Each person leaving is an energetic cord being released. Each tear is an old frequency leaving your body. You're not losing anyone, you're retrieving yourself. And when the storm passes, something miraculous happens. Gemini rises no longer scattered, no longer doubting, no longer needing validation. You become the clear, liberated version of yourself, unaffected by opinions, looks, or judgment. You understand now that true love never asks you to shrink to fit someone else's frame. True love doesn't silence you, it helps you bloom. The universe is guiding you through what's called a cosmic cleansing, a soul purification. This isn't punishment. It's preparation for your quantum leap in the coming month. New doors are about to open. Opportunities, connections, love on a higher frequency. Things that could only arrive once you dared to leave the old world behind. Gemini, picture this. When a butterfly is about to take flight, it must break its own cocoon. The process isn't graceful, but it's necessary. It's the only way to fly. You are doing the same now, breaking through the old layers that once protected you, but now suffocate your growth. Let them fall away. Allow yourself to feel sadness. Allow the pain. But don't stay in it. Pain doesn't mean the end. It means your soul is healing. You don't have to be strong all the time. You just have to be honest with your emotions. Very soon you'll wake up one morning and feel lighter. The noise in your mind will quiet down. Your heart will open again. You'll look back and smile not because you forgot, but because you understand. You'll see why it had to fall apart, and why truth is the greatest gift the universe could ever give you. Gemini, you don't need conditional love. You need inner freedom. And only when you choose truth, even when it hurts, will you find your purest, strongest self again. The one who no longer bends for approval. The one who stands tall in their own light. Final note. If you feel like you're in your cleansing phase, where everything seems to collapse just so you can be reborn, comment below. I'm ready to release. That's your declaration to the universe that you're ready for the next chapter of your awakening. And don't forget to subscribe. Because your journey isn't over yet, Gemini. Something greater is coming. And this time, you won't walk in as the one who was hurt, but as the one who finally knows their true power. Gemini, if you've made it this far, this is not a coincidence. The universe aligned this exact moment so you could hear these words precisely when you needed them most. Because everything you've been through, the betrayal, the loneliness, the emotional storms, has been a doorway leading you back home to your true self. The greatest lesson today isn't about who deceived you, it's about how you've learned to trust your intuition again. You now understand that no one can manipulate your mind when you are calm enough to listen to your inner voice. No one can make you feel small when you no longer need their validation. And no one can dim your light when you have the courage to shine without asking permission. Your journey doesn't end here. From today forward, start practicing living with clarity. Live with a clear mind and a trusting heart. Whenever you hesitate, ask yourself, what does my first feeling say? Then listen, because the universe always answers, softly but unmistakably. If this video awakened something deep within you, leave a comment below. Write the truth your heart feels most clearly so the universe knows you're ready for your next chapter. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell, because every message on this channel arrives at the exact moment your soul needs it. Gemini, you don't have to run from the truth, because truth itself is your freedom. Trust that every storm clears the sky, and every ending is the beginning of something miraculous. Trust your intuition, keep your light steady, and expect the miracle. See you in the next video, where the universe will once again deliver a message made just for you, Gemini.